Hey guys, this is Josh with Appliance, and I wanted to take a minute in between doing videos of, I always do a demo video showing that everything works perfect when I list something up for sale. That's how I like to shop, and that's how I like to spend my money. So when I in turn turn around and sell an item, that's also how I like to sell my items. You know, everything works perfect. I'm going to take the opportunity here while I'm waiting on this washer to move through its cycle and give my opinion, my review, if you will, of this particular washer and dryer set. There are a ton of them out there that look identical to this with a few different names, so we're going to go over that and tell you which one I like the best and why. And as a matter of fact, it's this set that I like the best out of pretty much all of them. There's a few other name brands that have these exact same settings on it, so if you're looking around looking for one of these sets, you can typically find these at Lowe's, Home Depot, Best Buy. And I don't know if anything's in stock right now. People are kind of having trouble getting stuff in stock and getting stuff purchased, but this set here is a pretty good set, and let me show you why. First thing, we move over to the washer. This washer here, it's not going to break the bank. Neither one of these will. Looking at some of the other options with, you know, crazy Wi-Fi settings and all that, this is going to get the job done. Now what I've done here is I've got it going on a deep water wash, set it to regular. So what this means here, what you have control over here, this is the auto sensing low water usage. If you're looking around, shopping around, you might have heard people don't really like the low water usage. Clothes don't get very clean. This is a solution of that, deep water wash. And you also have an additional option here for the deep water wash with the extra rinse. So same thing over here, auto sensing, extra rinse. What's auto sensing good for? Auto sensing, in my opinion, not a lot. I wish that they would just like that, there you go, problem solved. But it's on there. I would never use it. I would always do deep water wash, and here's the reason why. I have 4 kids. Their clothes are extremely dirty. With what I do cleaning these machines all day long, I get really dirty. So clothes need to be fully submerged in water with an agitator to get really clean. That's my opinion. This machine has the agitator, which does an excellent job. As you can see, it's vortexing the clothes. Not only do you have these fins here that suck the clothes down into the machine, you have 4 fins along the bottom that then disperse those clothes out. So how clothes get clean in a washer is through agitation. When you don't have an agitator, the clothes agitate on themselves. They roll around on themselves, and that's how they agitate and get clean. That's how a front load washer works. So when it's upright and your clothes are going this way, they're agitating themselves. That's the idea behind it anyway. I like the idea of a agitator doing the agitation. Not only are you getting the clothes rubbing on themselves, it's also going along all these fins, being pushed to this back wall, and it just kind of does this vortexing cycle. That, in my opinion, is the best way to get your clothes clean. Works really well for our 4 kids and my own clothes. So that's how I like it. And a machine like this one here is what I would recommend, where you can have that deep water wash option. If you see where it says soil level and you don't have a deep water wash on this control, I'd stay away from it. Sometimes you have soil level and over here you have a deep water wash. I have found those not to be as good, especially if they don't have the agitator. I'd stay away from those if you're really worried about your clothes getting clean. Now, if you're an office worker, you're somebody and your clothes never get dirty, you're concerned about the environment, you do want to, let me say it this way, you're concerned about the environment and you can conserve the water because your lifestyle fits that type of machine better, great, go for it. Soil level, maybe deep water wash if you happen to get your clothes dirty. But you know, if you're just one person or maybe a couple, it's a few pieces of clothing here and there, sure, you could do the soil level, the auto sensing, and you could save some water. Go for it. Just would never work for me. So there you go, my biased opinion there. So that's pretty much it, and the only reason I can lift this up here is because I bought an extra one of these switches right here. I stick it in here, that way when I'm doing a demo video and listing something up for sale, I can show people what's going on, because otherwise this would be closed and I would say, oh, it sounds great, but you'd have no idea what's actually going on. So now let's move over to the dryer. Oh, actually, one last thing I'm going to say on this washer. It's imperative with any of these new washers that have the LED lights or LED panels or any type of electronics, where it's not an old, you know, click, 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 click type of dial here, what I call the pinball style, where you actually have connections behind there actually touching in, and this is all electronics. You have to have a surge protector when it's plugged in. So this plugs in here. This has some surge protection. It goes up here. That has surge protector. Where that goes to has surge protector. And the reason is because these electronics burn out really easily with your power clicks out, clicks back on, lightning strikes, power surges. It's the number one reason these things will go out. You'll see some 3-star reviews on them, and people will say won't make it all the way through the cycle. There's some components down on the bottom of the basket that will burn up also with power surges. So super important, 10-15 bucks to get a surge protector, put it on the washer. They don't make them, as far as I know, for a 220 volt dryer, so you can't put it on there. This is the older style, and this is what I was talking about. You got a bunch of connections in there that are actually touching each other, and that's how this works, so you don't really have to worry about it as much. That being said, we'll look here. You've got high heat, no heat for air dry, super delicate items, automatic dry low heat, and automatic dry high heat. I mean, that's really all you need. And it needs to be big enough to hold all your clothes, which this one is. So if you grab the matching dryer to the washer, it should be able to handle pretty much anything you want to throw in it. Now, obviously not a king size comforter. I'll put the model numbers up on the screen. Maybe right here in editing, I'll pop those up for you. Otherwise, if you want to see them and try to pause it and grab them, you can. There's the washer's model number. Here is the dryer's model number. There you go. You can pause and grab those if you want. You've got your lint trap up here. You'll make sure that gets cleaned out every single time, every single load. Because here's how your dryer works. You say you put it on high heat, you hit go, it's running. Then on the inside, back behind here, back behind this panel is your heating element. Air is sucked in through here, heated up, comes out of this vent, heats the inside of your dryer up. Then it goes out here, and you have your lint trap in place to capture the lint, which you can pull out and change. Then that air goes down into a blower wheel and out the back of your dryer. So that's how it works. You can see it's nice and clean. So what you wouldn't want to do is you wouldn't want to jam pack a queen or king size comforter down in there, and this is basically tearing it up or not able to move it. You could probably get away with a queen size real thin sheets, maybe a blanket. I really wouldn't pack much more than that in there. If you have something that big, take it to the laundromat, let those commercial machines handle it. Same thing over here. I wouldn't overfill this. You need to allow room and space for the air to get in there. But all that being said, excellent dryer. You just set it on. If you're like me, you just pile it full, not too full, hit it on 60 and just let it go, let it do its thing. You could go over here to your automatic high heat. If you had something more delicate, you could do automatic low heat. Super delicate, you could go right here to air dry. So those are pretty much your options, and this can spin either way, but really just want to spin it clockwise, and then you would push this to start it, and that's what's going to start it up. So this particular set, once again with these options on it, would be my choice if I were buying a set like this. Call it a budget set, a value set. I would get this one here, or one extremely comparable to it with those water options. I hope that helps somebody out. If you're kind of on the fence about what to get, trying to save some money but need something to do the job, you could get away with something like this, 2, 3, 4 kids. That's actually a pretty good size basket here. That's this basket all the way full of towels, and they were actually damp, so that actually holds really good size loads. I wouldn't fill it fuller than that though. And as you can see, it's still chugging along, getting everything nice and clean. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope this helps somebody out. It's about to switch over to draining, so I've got to kick back over to my other video because I am selling this unit here. You know, secondhand of a set like this in today's market is going to go $600-700. In this type of like new condition, I typically price them between $500 and $650. Just kind of depends what I've got into it and all that. So that's kind of your price range. That also is greatly going to depend on where you live, what part of the country you live at. But the prices just keep going up on the new ones. Maybe you can find a sale, find a good deal. But I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.